In our previous study of functions, we dealt with functions that were raised to a given power, whether it be power of 1 for a linear function, power 2 for a quadratic function, and so on. We tend to call these power functions, and of course, if it's just a basic integer as the exponent value, we're dealing with polynomial functions. However, here recently we've dealt with the exponent as a rational number as well, which you may recall as a rational exponent. So we're going to use power functions to practice our function operations. This will require you to recall some of your exponent properties when necessary, and I would definitely suggest using your calculator effectively when needed. But again, at times you're only needing to combine like terms, and other times you're actually needing to combine the fractional parts. So take a quick look at example number 1, just some basic function operations with rational exponents, and then go ahead and give sample problem number 2 a shot, and then come back and see the solution. Okay, so you can see here in sample problem number 2, part A, I've just done the substitution that's necessary. I've substituted for f of x and I've substituted for g of x. And what you notice here is that the x to the 1/3 power is the same for both of them. Well, this simply acts as a like term, as a common variable. So we would just simply add the coefficients, and that's going to give us 5x to the 1/3 power. So that was a pretty straightforward problem. Same thing on the next problem. If we're just doing basic subtraction, we would treat it in the same way. And so there you see it. We just we subtract the coefficients as well. All right. So again, we'll move on to multiplication and division. This time, this is going to require us, instead of combining like terms, this is going to require us to use our exponent properties. Now again, this is where you can use your calculator to help you out. So go ahead and take a look at example number 2, part A and B, and then move on to sample problem number 3 and give those a shot. Okay, so I've replaced my f of x and g of x, and now we're multiplying. And so when we multiply exponent values, we add the exponents. So this is going to be 4 times what's effectively a 1 right there. So 4x to the 1/3 plus 1/2. And again, if you didn't have your calculator, you'd have to go through common denominators and such. But since you do have your calculator, you can simply plug in 1/3 plus 1/2. And that's going to give us 4x to the 5/6 as our simplified expression. Alright, now we'll do the quotient. So it's going to be 4x to the 1/3 over x to the 1/2. Again, this is subtraction because we're using division this time. And in this situation, we get a negative number. Now, it's important to remember that that negative exponent is only attached to the x value. So it's the only part that needs to go into the denominator. So this is going to be 4 over x to the positive 1/6 power. And that would be your final expression. Okay, a couple quick straightforward sample problems to kind of get you used to using your exponent properties, and again, getting comfortable with function operations.